Hey friends, are you bored at home? Or bored with the same old toys? Then you need to check this video. As here in this experiment, I'll be telling you how being at home you can perform easy and simple science experiments. These easy science experiments are a snap to put together using household items you already have on hand. So let the learning and fun begin. The first one would be a density experiment you can drink. For this, you will need juices that have different density levels, few colorful fruits, a narrow glass, and a eyedropper. So before you start, make sure which juices would be more dense and form a hypothesis of how the levels of your drink of density will turn out. Check the sugar content too. In order to display the density levels, you will need to find out which of the juices are the most and least dense. Pour one of the juices into the narrow glass so that it runs down the side of the glass. Watch the juice to see if it goes below or above the juice in there. This way, continue experimenting with other juices to determine which juices go to the bottom and which ones go to the top. Once you get the densities determined, start over with a clean glass and use the dropper for each level to create the final drink of density. So how does it work? The density of liquids demonstrate the amount of stuffs that are present in a particular volume of the juice. For example, if you take 200 ml of plain water in a cup and 200 ml of water that has sugar dissolved in it, can you tell me what would you see? Well, the cup of water that has sugar in it will be heavier even though they are having the same volume of liquid. Can you blow up a balloon with yeast? If not, let's say in this experiment. So, our next experiment is blowing up a balloon with yeast. You will need a packet of yeast, a small, clean and clear plastic soda bottle, 1 teaspoon of sugar, some warm water and a small balloon. Fill the bottle with about 1 inch of warm water. Add all of the yeast packet and gently stir it for a few seconds. Add the sugar and swirl it around some more. But can you tell me why the sugar is added? That's because, like us, the yeast needs energy to be active and so we have added sugar. Blow up the balloon a few times to stretch it out, then place the neck of the balloon over the neck of the bottle. Let the bottle sit in one place for about 20 minutes. And finally, you will see the balloon start to inflate. As the yeast eats the sugar, it releases a gas called carbon dioxide. The gas fills the bottle and then fills the balloon as more gas is created. Yeast is actually living microorganisms. The yeast used in the experiment are the related species and strains of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So, for making an electromagnet, what would we need? A large iron nail, about 3 feet of thin coated copper wire, a fresh D-size battery, some paper clips or other small magnetic objects. Leave about 8 inches of wire loose at one end and wrap the rest of the wire around the nail. Try not to overlap the wires. Now, cut the wire in such a way that there is about 8 inches loose at the other end too. Remove an inch of the plastic coating from both ends of the wire. Attach one wire to one end of the battery and the other wire to the other end of the battery. Now you have the electromagnet. Do you want to test it? Okay, put the point of the nail near a few paper clips. What did you see? Is it picking them up? Oh wow, wonderful! But how does it work? This electromagnetic runs on electricity and is only magnetic when the electricity is flowing. The electricity flowing through the wire arranges the molecules in the nail so that they are attracted to certain metals. Never get the wire of the electromagnet near a household outlet. Now, let's check the last experiment. The experiment is making a simple duck call. For this, you will need one plastic straw and one scissor. Use your fingers to press one end of the straw to flatten it. Cut the flattened end of the straw into a point and flatten it out once again. Now, take a deep breath and put the pointed end of the straw in your mouth. Blow hard into the straw. Can you hear a somewhat silly sound coming from the straw? That's amazing, isn't it? Children, don't stop there. Try cutting straw of different sizes to see how the sound changes. You will get to hear different sounds each time and you will have to blow even harder. But give it a try and have fun. You see, all sounds come from vibrations. That little triangle that you cut in the straw forced the two pieces of the point to vibrate very fast against each other when you blew through the straw. The vibrations from your breath going through the straw is creating the strange duck-like sound that you heard.
So children, will you be bored at home even now? Keep those tiny hands busy and have fun. For more such interesting videos and experiments, do subscribe to our channel and keep watching AOL.